Getting inconsistent results with AI-generated email copies? The problem might not be the AI. It might be how you're prompting it. But don't worry, I'll show you the exact framework that transforms AI into your personal email expert that writes high-converting copies every single time. As a bonus, I'll even show you how to send emails from your favorite AI tools in 5 minutes or less. Hello, and welcome to Mailtrap videos, where we explore the world of emails. To engineer our email prompts like professionals, I will use the TCREI framework, which was featured in Google's very own prompt engineering course. The course takes 6 hours to complete, and I took it so you don't have to. TCREI stands for Task, Context, References, Evaluate, and Iterate. I'll refer to it as TCREI because it sounds cool and sci-fi. I'm gonna shoot it with my TCREI. I'm such a nerd. Anyway, you can also remember it as something like thoughtfully create really excellent inputs. Acronyms. First, for the task, you'll need to give AI a persona. This can be anything from an email expert to project manager or marketing specialist, so feel free to choose any role that fits your specific use case. Then, define your desired AI format output, which in this case is an email. But let's be more specific and state the type of email. So the prompt could go something like, write me a marketing email. You are an email expert with 20 years of experience. Next, we have context, or the details that you need to provide to the AI tool that you're using so it understands the prompt better. For example, in a simple prompt like, write an email to my customer base, the context could be my customer base. The problem is that this is not enough context for the AI to give you the desired output. So you can say something like, write an email to my customer base, which consists of users from the United States who have been using our product for 3 months. They are mostly interested in our email API. This way, your AI won't be shooting in the dark and will instead write you a much more precise email. However, for maximum results, you also need to provide your AI tool with 2 to 5 references. These are the examples that the AI will use as a guide to generate a response for you. So just copy-paste emails that performed well with your target audience and tell the AI to generate its output in a similar fashion. It's like providing your barber a picture reference before getting a haircut. Simple as that. Now let's put the TCREI prompt engineering framework into action. For the purposes of this demo, I'll use Claude, but feel free to test out this framework on any AI tool. Here is our example prompt with the task, that is persona and format, and context precisely specified. Of course, let's not forget some references, so I'll use my best performing emails from the last quarter. Let the AI do its thing. And would you look at that, here's our email. Going back to TCREI, we now need to evaluate the AI's output and see if it meets our needs. By evaluate, I mean check out whether the email matches your desired style, brand voice and tone, target audience, quality standards, and your personal requirements. However, if the AI gives you an email that sounds like it's been written by a robot having a bad day, it's time to iterate the prompt. When it comes to iteration, or refining and editing your prompt for improved results, you need to do the following. Revisit the TCREI framework to see if your prompt clearly specified task, context, and references. Don't overwhelm your AI with word bombs. Instead, separate prompts into shorter sentences, or better yet, use bullet points. Try different phrasing to refine the AI's style and tone. For instance, if it's too professional, use casual in your prompt. In case it's too serious and bland, use witty, and so on. Introduce constraints. For example, if you want your emails to feel human, tell AI not to use em-dashes. Also, tell them to avoid words like unleash, moreover, additionally. At the end of the day, it's not just about avoiding specific words or patterns. It's about answering the question, does this sound like something I'd say? You can also give it constraints on the maximum word count or the number of bullets, emojis, bold or italics you would like to see, all according to your preferences. And, as Google says, ABI, always be iterating. We love a good acronym. Now, to illustrate everything that we covered so far, let's go over a prompt example and analyze it using the TCREI framework. Here is our example prompt, which isn't bad, but we can make it better. We can clearly see the format specified in the first sentence, so that's good. Next, there is the context, specifying what the company is about and what the target audience is. It's missing a persona though, so let's add one just like that. Additionally, since the style is a bit too informal, let's tell the AI to be more formal, to match our style. Then, let's give it an example email as reference. Now we've made it too wordy, didn't we? That's okay, we'll use some bullet points. And, ta-da, it's as clear as day. We'll feed it to the AI, and here's our improved output. Much, much better, isn't it? The TCREI is a solid framework and all, but on its own, it's not bulletproof. Here's what I found by playing around with different AI models during the day-to-day workflow. But before we move on, why not touch that beautiful subscribe button and turn on notifications? You'll stay up to date whenever we release a tutorial, like this one. Alright, here are my findings. First things first, you can save yourself a considerable amount of time writing prompts if you create profiles for your preferred AI assistants. For instance, in Claude, you can make a separate profile for, let's say, a specific segment of your audience, feed it context, give it a persona, constrain it, and polish it to match your style, so you don't have to write detailed prompts every time you need an email. Again, note that this works for pretty much every AI assistant nowadays. GPT has profiles, Perplexity has gems, Gemini has personas, and so on. Next, you should also feed your AI personalization variables if you want to generate marketing emails. All you need to do is copy the variables from your email marketing platform's documentation into your prompts, so they look something like this. Address the email recipient by their name using their first name, mention their state, and their made purchase. This way, your recipient, who will call John from Texas, will get an email that looks like this. Neat, isn't it? Just be careful not to share any sensitive or personal information with the AI. Just use personalization variables. Moving on, let me give you a tip for evaluating your prompts. If you've checked to see if your prompts align with the TCREI framework, but think they could be performing better, you can always ask the AI to rate your prompts from 1 to 10. For example, here's how Claude rates my prompts and the advice it gives me for improvement. As you can see, I'm missing some context, tone guidance, there are no constraints, and some other nuances. So essentially, we're prompting the AI to rate our prompt so we can prompt it better. Promptception. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, but it does work. Lastly, once you get the desired email body from the AI, you can then use the same AI to craft catchy subject lines. Simply copy and paste the email output that you're satisfied with, and use the TCREI framework to prompt the AI to generate a subject line for you. Include some context, format, add a persona, the whole ordeal. That's the science behind it. I just wanna feel real love and the home that I live in. I already covered the TCREI framework and shared the best practices from my experiences. Now, let me show you how to send emails with a single prompt. Basically, AI assistants like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini don't have a built-in sending solution, so you'll need to connect them to an MCP server with sending capabilities. One such server is the Mailtrap MCP server, which integrates your AI assistant with an email sending API. To use it, all you need to do is copy-paste the MCP script into your AI assistant's configuration, insert your Mailtrap credentials, and use a prompt like this one to start sending emails. Voila! Works like a charm. With that, we've come to the end of our prompt engineering for emails tutorial. Now, if you want to send emails from your favorite AI assistant using prompts, we've prepared an in-depth tutorial on how you can do it using Mailtrap's MCP server. See you there, folks!